What's up, y'all? It's your boy D-Trav. This is KnicksatniteTv. We back up at it for another episode. Just wanted to let y'all know that another collab with my man Jay Ellis and Ryan G over at the Nick of Time show. It was a dope episode we did with them. We gonna get into that. I'm gonna just show you a couple of highlights from the collab that we did. But before we get into all of that and the recap of Julius Randle, what he's been doing, let's get into my boy on the intro, Drugs Only. Drugs, talk to me.
New York Knicks, we back. Spotting up for the three, or quick pass behind your back. Block your man out the paint when you crash the boards. 5 seconds on the clock, so it's time to score. You better step up your game. There's no bigger place than the Garden. You officially on the biggest stage. Hit him with the cross or the fade away. Let him know it's not a game that you came to play. It's time to rep for the city. New York is the Mecca. Anybody come in our house, you gotta check them. Can't forget legends like Walt or King. PE in the paint or starts from 3. Melo had the Garden rocking when he joined the team. The future looking right for our next regime. With our 2 cornerstones, RJ and Mitch, watching Knicks at night. New York Knicks. I keep hearing New York that and New York this. Nobody run New York like the New York Knicks. I keep hearing New York that and New York this.
Yo, we gotta get my boy Drugs Only on here. We gotta get an episode with him. Talk a little bit to my man. You know, that Knicks rap, that Knicks tape, all of that. So, but yeah, man. So before we get into the highlights of what I did, the collab with the Nick of Time show, let's talk a little bit about Julius Randle. When I was on the Nick of Time show, I think we had just finished witnessing the Knicks take down the Burks. My man Julius Randle outplayed Greek Freak, and it was great. Good game he had. We was talking about his passing, his game, and everything that he did. But now, after the episode is over, bang! The Knicks took on the Cavaliers. Cavaliers was 3-0. And guess what my man Julius Randle did? My man Julius Randle messed around and had a triple-double. Got the Knicks a victory. Held it down. That O had to go for the Cavs. And the Knicks are now a 500 team. One of my season predictions was that the Knicks would be a 500 team and on the borderline of making the playoffs. Hopefully they could do that. Hopefully they do better than that, because my man Julius Randle is playing really good. We can't wait till Emmanuel quickly come back, and we can't wait till Austin Rivers first step on the floor, and my man Obi Toppin come back from injury also. But anyway, that's enough about me. That's enough about Julius Randle and what he did against the Cavs. He messed around and had that triple-double. Put the stats up on the screen for you to see. A couple of highlights. After that, we're going to get right into the Nick of Time show featuring me, D-Trav, from KnicksatniteTV.
They look like the Bucks. Randle, mid-range jump shot is good. Julius Randle, what a first quarter he has. 4 for... Good job by Dotson that time to get over the pick and roll. 5 on the 24. Randle steps into a 3. Knocks it down. Julius Randle again. And the Knick lead is 15. Randle has been invincible. D by the Cavs right here. See the double. Drummond looking to double Randle. Randle finds Ntilikina. Frank Ntilikina hits a 3.
We need to talk about Julius Randle, man. Julius Randle is out here balling. He's turning non-believers into believers. No handle Randle certainly has handle now. The turnovers are cut down. He's not doing the spin moves. He's picking people off. Who is this man? And what happened to the Randle I saw last year? Like, I don't understand what have you seen different from Randle this year, and do you feel like your position on Randle from this year to last year has changed on like what you want to do with him? I'll start with D-Trav.
All right, yo, it's funny that you bring up this topic because on the last episode of my show, Julius Randle was main topic of discussion, and basically, you know, the people that I had on there, you know, my friend Haran and my friend Jerome, they were saying that it's crazy that Knicks fans want Julius Randle traded where he was a 20-10 guy, and they say he's valuable to the team. It was just his first year, and I actually agree with them. As far as, even last year, I think he made a comment. I don't know who he was talking to, right? And when the fans was like getting on him last year, he basically was saying like, take it easy, guys. I'm working on something. I'm trying something new this year. So I don't know what he meant by that. If he was trying to be the centerpiece, he never was the centerpiece of a team before. So he was trying to figure out how he could help the team win and what's best for the team. So he figured, like, the point guard battle was, up in the air. So he felt he wanted to handle the ball more and help his teammates. But I don't know. This year, Kenny Payne came in. Coach Tom Thibodeau came in. You also got Mike Woodson. And he seems like he's bought in. I mean, he still handles the ball, but he's looking to pass way more than he did last year. It's actually sometimes in a game where he does a move and he's by the rim, and you think he's gonna shoot, he should shoot it, and he kicks it, and he kicks it out. And I'll be like, lay the ball up.
Yeah.
But I guess like one thing you notice about the Knicks that's constant this year, throughout all 3 games, is that the team defense is better.
Absolutely.
And everybody the ball movement is better. So everybody has bought in on the defensive end and passing the ball, and Julius Randle is one of the main reasons. Also because, once you used to give it to him last year, he used to be kind of a black hole, but this year he's passing the ball. So
yeah, that's why a lot of the fans were on him actually last year. Say this, like D-Tribe, I know you got your friends was like, I don't understand why we want to trade him. Like they were kind of empty stats. He wasn't really playing defense. He played defense in spurts. He was a black hole for sure. But you know what? Not only is he trying to figure it out, I blame Fizdale, man.
Right, the coaching.
The coaching was. He was buddying, balling everybody. He really didn't hold anybody accountable, and you can see the difference. The difference in the way the team played when Fizdale left, when Mike Miller took over. You saw the difference with Randle, and even more so with Tibbs and Kenny Payne and these guys.
Right.
So
yeah, I feel like last year was. I don't know why I had this feeling, but it felt like Marcus Morris and Julius Randle was running the team last year. Like they
were.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, they absolutely were running the team, and there was no structure. There was no real offense. There was no real X and O's being run. That was more of a Mike Miller thing, and it's certainly more of a Tom Thibodeau thing. So that's especially what's going on. Now, when it comes to what Ryan was saying about moving him, speaking of people we want traded, right? Elfrid Payton was getting trashed.
Yeah.
Trashed this whole week.
The difference a night makes, right?
Man. Like, historically, Elfrid Payton has not been a good shooting point guard. Let's see. Versus the 76ers, he actually shot 0% from the field.
Bruh. And finished the game with no points. None. Zip.
0% from the field. Which had me going, so y'all don't want Frank and DSJ to play, but y'all okay with Frank Elfrid Payton shooting 0% from the field.
0% is crazy.
That's a veteran. That's an 8-year vet, 7 to 8 year vet.
He probably went to the gym early in the morning the next day and was going hard. It's like, forget this. This is not happening again. You saw it worked out the next night.
Now, absolutely. Now, I'll say this about Elfrid Payton. Elfrid Payton is a decent point guard. He hasn't played well so far, except for that one game. He's not that bad, right? He's not 0% bad.
No,
he's not that bad, nah.
So, 27 points. He helps us win the next game versus the last game anyway. Versus the Milwaukee Bucks. Finishes with 27 points. Shoots 3 from 3 from 3-point line. 7 assists. And now everybody's like, oh, Elfrid Payton again. What do you think that will last?
The shooting? No, not the shooting.
Yeah, hell no.
The shooting, no. But as far as ability to use the pick and roll and get into the paint and whistle in and out of the defense, yes. I like the pass, and of course, he's always been a good passer. We know the triple doubles he used to have when he was on the Pelicans.
30% of his passes are to Julius Randle.
Wait, that was last night too?
Was it last night?
Nah, he spread the ball around last
Historically.
Okay. So, but I like his game. I think he's a solid. Besides the shooter, he's a solid point guard. And I look at the Knicks like between the center position and the point guard position is going to be by committee. To me personally, I feel as far as point guard goes, I like Elfrid Payton to start because he has experience in the NBA, and the only thing we're worried about him is his shooting, really, right? So when he's not shooting well, I feel that's why Emmanuel quickly will be a big pickup, to go in a game when, Elfrid Payton is not having a good shooting night, then you could easily put Emmanuel quickly in. So I feel like by committee, between Emmanuel quickly and Elfrid Payton, we should get what we want out of the point guard position. What you think, Ryan?
Yeah, I agree. Like at the moment, those are my two guys I would have a point guard, Elfrid Payton and Emmanuel quickly. Payton for me last night, like he showed me that he can still play in the NBA. Because I wasn't sure after the second game against Philly whether he was still NBA ready or not. But jokes aside, like I was really impressed with Elfrid Payton's game last night. I was one of those guys who were definitely on him for the first couple of games because I was like, yo, if he's gonna play like this at point guard first, you might as well start quickly then, because it makes no sense to have a veteran point guard in there starting games for us and playing that bad. But I'm happy for Elfrid Payton, that he was able to have a good game like that. But my thing is, I just want to see consistency, because it's like you can't be having games where you score no points and then you come in and you score 27 another game, and then the next game comes and you're scoring 5 points. You know what I mean? Like, if Elfrid Payton could just give us like solid minutes, 10 points a game, 7 assists a game, run the pick and roll well, just continue to do that for us. But I guess I'm gonna get into it later, but it's just a consistency from the players like really irks my nerves.
Accountability, man, something we've never had on this team whatsoever. That's something that Kevin Knox needed from the jump, for sure.
Word.
Exactly.
So I'm glad about that. Now, what do you think about Alec Burks as well, man? To me, Alec Burks, the most underrated signing of the season, period. I don't care who, with any team. Any team.
Well, I know Austin Rivers has to play, but I'm going to say him and Austin Rivers. Because in the offseason, they was talking about Gordon Hayward and Fred VanVleet. I feel like we didn't get Gordon Hayward, but we got Burks. We didn't get Fred VanVleet, but we got Austin Rivers. And I feel for the amount of money that Gordon Hayward is getting, to get Alex Burks on the deal that we got him on, he's perfect what we need. He could score on all three levels, could shoot the three, mid-range, get to the basket. He's not a selfish player. He moves the ball. He's killing it right now, averaging 20 points a game, about 4 assists. And wow, like a breath of fresh air for Alex Burks. I'm glad we got him on the team. And I like I said, I'm not a big Reggie Bullock fan, so I wish there was a way we could put him in the starting lineup and get Reggie Bullock out of here.
I agree with you, man. Like, listen, 20 points a game, 66% from 3, shooting 5 threes a game, drawing fouls at a higher rate like he has been, because I know CP always mentions this. He's been like in the top percentile and drawing fouls at his position, and we're only paying him $5 million.
Yes.
From a 20-point per game store. We was talking about, Ryan, we did whole shows talking about 3-point shooters to sign.
Yeah.
Whole shows. Bertans going for $15 million. You know what I mean? Who else is going? Homie from the Nets.
Oh yeah, Joe Harris. Oh, he got a big deal, Joe Harris.
18 million.
Yeah.
Right.
Who else? All the shooters are gone. Dude from Sacramento.
Oh yeah, Bogdanovich.
Bogdanovich.
Yeah, he got like 70 mil too or something like that.
Yeah, 15 million a year. We signed the shooter for $5 million.
Yeah.
And he does more than all those. Come on, man.
Yeah.
You look at the win shares right now. I know it's early and it's crazy. You look at the win shares right now through the 3 games. It's cool. It's fun to look at these stats about win shares and rebounds because you know it's going to change drastically. He's top 10 in the win shares right now. $5 million. Favorite signing of the season.
Alex Burks. Let's just hope his ankle's okay, man, because I didn't like that play where the guy went underneath him when he shot. So I think his ankle's a little sore. So hopefully he's all right for the next game.
Yeah, he's questionable the next game.
Like, RJ Barrett is a second-year player. You cannot expect him to play extremely good every game. He's going to have his down games. You know what I mean? So it's like, Fed, just ease up a little bit. Ease up on RJ. RJ gonna come around. Don't worry.
Yeah. Right. It even goes to when we had Carmelo. I mean, Carmelo had some good games. He had some bad games, but the majority of his games were good. Yeah. So we can't expect every single game for a certain player to always kill it. Like, you have ups and downs. You have a bad shooting game. It's just when you have to, what you do on the other end of the floor, and if you're not scoring, you got to do other things. Pass the ball, rebound, play good defense. As long as you're doing that, who cares if you have a bad shooting game?
Right. And I'll say this: he's been doing that. If you notice, he's still seeing the floor better, even though the shot selection last few games has not been ideal for me. But even with that being said, his assist percentage and his assist usage has gone up. You know what I'm saying? 4 assists last game, 4 assists game before, 5 assists the first game. So, also, what you like to see is his free throw percentage is going up. Right?
Right.
Yeah.
75% the last 2 games. Pretty good. So the rebounding is good as well. The defense, I feel like, has been pretty solid this year as well. Only 3 games. I'm saying this year, but it's 3 games. Mm-hmm. Plus 21 on the night versus Milwaukee Bucks. I'm giving this kid some time. It's all going to come together. You also have to remember we faced 2 really good defensive teams, or 3, out the gate. Calm down. Right. RJ will be fine. Watch by the end of the year. Watch how it all comes together. I'm not worried about RJ at all.
I like to see, like you said, 3-point at least up to like 34 to 32%, maybe 34%. If he could do that, and at least 5 assists a game. I think RJ could get 5 assists a game if he could get his assist numbers up to at least 5 a game. I think it'd be a great year for him.
I do as well, man. And we talked about this on our RJ comparison with Jimmy Butler. Like, he has the ability to do it, but sometimes he has a little bit of tunnel vision. And you've seen it sometimes in these last 2 games. But when he's on, you see he had that 5 assist game. When he's on, he's on. And I think Coach Thibodeau is the guy to keep reminding him. He's not going to let him, Julius Randle situation from last. I can't even say Julius Randle anymore because that was last year, Julius Randle.
Yeah.
Okay, and that's that. Yo, I hope y'all like the show. Once again, my name is D-Trav, and don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Hit that thumbs up button. At the end of the day, subscribe. It's free. If you feel like donating to the channel, I'll put everything you need to know right in the description box. Feel free to comment below. Once again, KnicksatniteTV. You can catch me right here on YouTube, or you can also follow me on Instagram. I just got a Twitter. I never had Twitter, but you can check me out over there too. But I'm really not on there like that. But also, we got KnicksatniteTV on Facebook. But hope y'all enjoyed the show. Come back for the next episode. We out of here.
The captain of the Knicks, the most valuable player of the NBA.
Down the lane, running jumper off the front rim.